Welcome to BA Radio with your hosts, Barrett and Ariel. That was a good one.
I liked it.
I liked it too. You ready?
I'm ready.
Episode 13.
All right.
Another one in the bag.
Yeah.
Here we go. Best one yet. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's dive on in. Let's go for a swim. Let's go for a swim in episode 13. Sounds great. It's too cold to go swimming.
Oof. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah. Yikes.
All right. Xxtra Flamin Hot Takes.
Xxtra Flamin Hot Takes, soon to be sponsored at night version by Cheetos. Yeah.
I got the first one.
You got the first one?
Michigan.
Michigan football.
Michigan football. The best team right now in college football.
Easily.
And has the most adversity against them this season.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan versus everybody.
Everyone.
Right now they're dealing with not only being 10-0, which is great and can't wait for them to go win a national championship, but now there's the whole sign stealing thing.
Yeah.
Connor Stallions.
Interesting.
Got fired, suspended.
Gone.
See
ya.
For stealing signs.
Take a hike, Connor.
Literally would buy tickets and pose as opposing team personnel.
He had the spy glasses. He had the spy kids. He was spying.
It's just so crazy to me because he's ex-military, right? And we all know that, like,
hoorah,
in the military, you send spies possibly to go check on what the other side's doing so that you know what to expect. If he's somebody that's has had that kind of training, like, why leave a paper trail?
He thought he was on a mission.
He really did.
He thought he was on a mission.
No, he in his mind, he's like, I'm on a mission and I have to deliver to my captain.
Yeah, to my captain, my general.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh.
And he did. He did his job amazingly, if you ask anybody.
What's really concerning out of all of this is I wonder how many people he has now inspired to go and dress up and hang out on the sidelines.
That's the crazy part.
As other people.
He was at Central Michigan?
Yeah.
Dressed up as personnel. No one knows who he was.
Halloween costume of the year.
No one knew who this man was on your sidelines. You don't look around and be like, oh, that person doesn't look familiar and I've never seen him before. No one questioned it.
That's amazing. This story, as it goes and goes, it gets better and better.
It gets hilarious.
It's fantastic.
Now we have lawsuits coming in. I guess Michigan is trying to sue the Big Ten, file a restraining order, which in legalese, I'm not entirely sure what that does.
It's so messy.
But it's getting messy.
Mm-hmm.
And
everywhere, both sides.
Now, obviously, they had to reprimand somebody. So, obviously, Connor is gone, but that means it falls on the coach.
Yep.
And he gets suspended 3 games.
Again.
Suspended from the sidelines in the games.
But can coach during the week.
Can potentially still be in your ear during the games. He just can't physically be on the sidelines. He could be in the locker room.
So stupid.
But not on the sidelines. So I'm like, what's even the point of the suspension?
Yeah.
While they're in the middle of their last 2 games now.
Yep.
Maryland, Ohio State, that one's going to be big.
Mm-hmm.
Potential championship, potential Heisman winner with JJ. We don't have time for this.
No. So basically, Michigan is the best football school in the country right now, and no one knows how to react. Mm-hmm. No one knows how to handle this situation. Like,
everybody's shaking in their boots.
Everyone's shaking in their boots. Straight up, Michigan has the best cleats. They have the best jerseys. They have the best school. They have the best weight room. They have the best team.
Have you seen that weight room?
It's nice too. And you know
beautiful.
A lot of machines.
Which makes sense because free weights kill you.
They
hurt your back.
Machines are just way more
effective
and efficient.
Yeah.
You can get the job done way quicker, way faster without hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it just
Literally.
makes sense. And I love how their weight room is just rows and rows and rows and rows of the exact same machine.
I would spend hours in there.
Yeah, it looks phenomenal.
It looks so fun.
Best weight room in the country. And they have the best coach in the country. And right now it's Michigan versus everyone, and no one knows how to react. And everyone is so scared of Michigan that they're literally telling on each other. Ohio State, Ryan Day, not only did he get fooled by a Pat McAfee skit show with the Lou Holtz thing and everything like this, but now he's telling on people. I mean, Ohio State is just looking ridiculous right now. They're telling on people in their own.
Anything to throw them off for that last game.
And here's the right. And if you took Michigan out of the Big Ten has no other football team. So like Michigan literally is like everything right now. And it's just kind of funny that no one knows how to react. Georgia and everyone, all the Southern schools, all the SEC schools are freaking out about Michigan because they're good. And they're just trying to get them. This isn't even the first time that they're trying to get Harbaugh out, suspended, everything.
This year has been so hectic for them, starting with the first, 3 games he was suspended. Now the last 3 games were suspended.
I need to get one of those Michigan versus everybody.
I love that in the midst of all of this, that there was an apparel company on campus handing out Michigan versus everybody apparel.
Yeah.
I need one of those hats.
We really better hope that Tom Brady doesn't have any years of eligibility left for Michigan. Because now that you've gotten Tom Brady a
lot of people forget that he went there.
He went to Michigan.
He wasn't good when he went there.
Or
but
relevant,
but he went there.
He went there.
He still got drafted out of Michigan.
He did. Played a game or two.
And when JJ tweeted bet the other day after the Harbaugh news, who tweeted that.
Brady had to get in on it.
He said, me too.
He said, I'm ready to play. Find my shoulder pads. He probably still has his shoulder pads for Michigan.
If he went back to Michigan and had some words with the university, you don't think he could pull some weight? Absolutely.
So it's Michigan versus
don't
everyone.
Don't piss Tom
right
Brady
now.
off.
Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. I actually just saw 2. I think it's his niece.
Okay.
I think Hannah is her name or something, committed to Michigan to play volleyball.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought that was exciting.
Nice.
I thought that was exciting. Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, so
good for her. Volleyball's fun.
Yeah, Michigan versus everyone.
Yeah.
They got
I'm here for it.
Everyone's talking about them. Everyone's following them. Let them. Come on, everyone.
Just let them coach.
At that level, everyone's cheating. And here's the thing.
Everyone's doing it.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Right. What are you doing? Everybody's always trying to read everybody's signs.
And it's just funny because like at the end of the day, they still can't stop Michigan. They still can't, it's fun to watch. This is exciting. Yes. I like it.
Me too.
But
I can't wait to see how everything plays out this year.
I'm really, really rooting for Michigan, and I really want Michigan to win it all this year.
Me too.
I really want them to, because like there's not a better FU to everyone right now if Michigan still goes on and wins everything. Like I want that to happen so bad. That'd be so sick.
That'd be good. Good for them.
That'd be good for college football.
And it's not like Michigan's ever getting rid of Harbaugh.
Guess what? SEC and Southern schools, it's okay.
You've had your turn.
A Northern school be the best at football for once. It's okay. Like you can pass the torch. You've won plenty.
It'll come back one day.
Yeah.
That's how
it's okay.
The power works.
It's okay. Circle of life.
Yes, it's time for somebody else to have their time.
Right. In Michigan.
It's Michigan's time right now.
Let's rock. I saw a YouTube video of their cleats. They have all the Jordans 1 through 13.
Sponsored by Jordan.
Sponsored by Jordan. They have the sickest. It's
nice.
Let them be the best. Great school.
Come on.
Ann Arbor, best college town in the nation. Come on. It's
a good time.
Let them rock.
Good time.
Yeah.
All right, give me another Xxtra Flamin soon to be sponsored hot Cheeto.
I got another XXL Flaming Hot soon to be sponsored Cheetos take at night. James Harden was traded from the Philadelphia 76ers to the Clippers. My XXL Flaming Hot take is James Harden sucks.
He definitely influences the team in a negative way.
He is ready for retirement.
His old team, now that he's gone, is winning.
Yeah.
His new team.
8. Since he has left the Philadelphia 76ers, they have gone on an 8-game win streak.
They are number 1 in the East right now, right?
They are all systems go.
And his new team has lost 4 straight games with him being in the rotation.
And they were winning before he came.
They were.
Don't know
with Westbrook.
I really don't know. Russell Westbrook. I don't know why they made that trade. They did not need to pick him up.
Like, I get it. He's experienced. It's James Harden.
Oh, he's experienced, all right. That's for damn
James
sure.
Harden, but they didn't need that.
Right. The problem is with sports, especially basketball, is a young person's game, and there are too many young stars in the game that can take over and not cause problems.
If you already think of who's on the Clippers,
it's already old.
Yeah,
and beat up.
Paul George,
Westbrook.
Don't
know why they made that trade. Doesn't make sense. Not ideal. Maybe you look at bringing him off the bench.
Maybe.
Here's the thing with James Harden. He's closer to retirement than he is the peak of his career.
For sure.
And I have an idea for James Harden. You can thank me. Thank me right now, James Harden. You're welcome from BA Radio. Go ahead and retire and just start opening up clubs. James Harden, he loves clubbing. He loves clubbing. He would be great. He's got his jersey hung up.
Other day.
I will never forget. Are you ready for this moment? I didn't share this with you before the show. I will never forget this moment. When I was getting my master's degree, a friend in my class, I'll keep him anonymous, did a presentation on James Harden.
Wait, that's amazing.
You know where I'm going with this, right? Exactly. You know where I'm going with this, right? He did a presentation
oh my gosh.
on James Harden, and there's a correlation with James Harden and clubs.
Yes.
James Harden is known for going to clubs. He's got his jersey hung up at a couple clubs, Houston, and is very familiar with these clubs. And there's actually a correlation done that areas that have the most clubs, Portland has a ton of clubs, Houston has a ton of clubs, Atlanta has a ton of clubs.
Yep.
Cities that have the most clubs, Harden actually puts up the most points in those cities.
Oh yeah, because he's having fun.
So there's a correlation here: more clubs, more points from Harden. So Harden, just go ahead and retire. I already got the name for you, James Harden. You can retire and call your clubs Hardens.
Yeah.
Go to club Hardens. Get your heart on at Hardens.
Simple. He'd be so good at that. I'm sure that's
he'd be great for him.
His mind.
He's got a wine.
Okay, lean into that.
Just go rock and roll with that. That makes sense.
A different kind of entertainment.
Yeah,
that's okay.
He's in the entertainment business already.
Basketball.
Move on.
Now it's time to move on.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because he's
Club Hardens
hurting teams now that he's on it, and that's
very bad. Even though he said he is the system, I don't think it's a good system.
It's
an older system than Microsoft. So there's that. It's just interesting when you see his former team go on a win streak and his current team is losing.
It's very funny.
Very bad.
So hopefully he figures that out.
Yeah, not ideal.
Anyways, give me another one.
Another XXL, soon to be sponsored, Flaming Hot Cheetos Take at Night version is the Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah, the Los Angeles Lakers, they need to make a trade. Lost. Yeah, they are lost. Here's the thing. If the Los Angeles Lakers don't make a trade, they will not make the playoffs. The Los Angeles, and I've already fixed them. I already have the answer. The Los Angeles Lakers, I need you guys to go to the Chicago Bulls and pick up Alex Caruso.
Headband guy.
Mr. Headband.
Bring him back.
Bring back Headband.
Please.
They have not been the same since
They haven't been the same since their championship team.
Have not been the same since they lost Headband guy.
Broke that team out.
And he's still playing. I saw him the other night.
Too.
Kevin Durant, he was all over him.
He's like 29, no?
28, 29.
Okay.
He got time.
Yeah, plenty.
So go ahead, pick him up, and just pick up DeMar DeRozan. He's from Compton. He's got a great Kobe's selection of footwear.
I wish I had one.
DeMar. DeMar can get you 20 points a game. They really need someone else to get 20 points. They go ahead and pick up Caruso and DeMar, fixes the Lakers team. I know I originally said I want LeBron to go to the Spurs. Probably not going to happen. I wanted LeBron to go to the Dallas Mavericks. They're doing fine. They're winning. Luka and Kyrie is somehow working.
I know. They figured it out, which is good for them.
They figured it out. Good for them. And so, okay, I guess LeBron probably not going to trade and probably not ideal. So let's get the pieces to come to LA then.
Yeah.
Caruso and DeMar. They need help bad because LeBron, he's playing a lot of minutes. He's still having to put up a lot of points. AD is still playing too much Xbox. Get him off the game. Get him in the game.
Too many Cheetos.
Way too many Cheetos and late nights. And he just They need more people. So
yeah, they need more help.
Trades need to happen for the Los Angeles Lakers, or else they will not be making the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm afraid they probably won't.
I don't think it's not looking good.
They barely made it last year.
Yeah, and
last year they got lucky that they made it.
Also, going on this hot take, I also think too. I think we can say this. I really think we can say this. LeBron James is the most athletic athlete we have ever seen.
21 years.
21 years of he's going to retire from basketball on his terms of like still being one of the like top players. Mm-hmm. He there was one point in his career where he could jump and grab a dollar bill off the top of a 10-foot backboard. You know how high that is at 6'9", 260 pounds to move your body in the way he can. He is the best athlete. We're not even talking about basketball players. He is the most athletic human being we have ever seen.
Yeah.
He's still like a kid.
Yeah.
It's crazy to just see.
You're as old as you feel, if you tell yourself you're 70 years old or whatever and
my other
crippled, then that's what you're going to be.
My other XXL take is, why is LeBron so hated?
Just because he's accomplished a lot, he's good, and with that comes haters.
Because he is the only active player that we are like arguing, is he better than Jordan? No other player are we even having that conversation about. Correct. And the thing is about LeBron, people call him a crybaby, but if you look at Tom Brady and how he played the whole game, he gets celebrated for acting like that.
Yeah.
But LeBron does that and he's a crybaby.
You throw tablets.
What's genuinely the difference? Why is LeBron so hated? He hasn't. LeBron not divorced. LeBron not ever been arrested. LeBron had every single odds stacked against him, and people hate him.
Well, that's just how life goes.
You know what I'm saying?
They gotta hate you in some way. They go, well, he's a nice guy all around, something's wrong with you.
He built a damn school. Is a billionaire. He grew up and is a billionaire.
He was playing basketball when he's a billionaire.
He was homeless in 8th grade. Stayed with his football coach.
Yeah.
Why is this man so hated?
Because he's good.
And it's just like I don't really understand. I think if a lot of people looked into LeBron and his whole life, he would be way more celebrated than he is hated. But
yeah,
he's got a lot of haters, but I guess that means he's doing something right.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
hate makes you great.
Hate makes you great.
Or great makes you hated.
Hated. The greater the hated.
The greater you are, the hated.
LeBron,
the
I hope
you're gonna be.
I hope you hear this episode. Would love to get you on here. Biggest LeBron fan.
All right, give me another Xxtra Flamin Hot to be sponsored to you.
Are you ready to talk about this one?
Oh gosh, which one?
XXL Flamin Hot, soon to be sponsored. Take Travis Kelce. was that a snore? Chiefs are in trouble.
I'm glad if it's real that they're happy, but I'm tired of seeing it. Like, Taylor's in Argentina on her.
Did you know that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are like dating, are not talking anymore, but they're dating?
Like,
you know what it is? You know what it is with this the Taylor Kelce? You know what it is? Why it sucks now is it was funny when they weren't a thing.
Yeah.
And now that they're a thing, it's not funny anymore.
It's not funny anymore.
It's not. It was like a joke at first.
She changed the lyrics in one of her songs to like say something about the Chiefs, and he was like, "Oh my god,
oh me!"
And then after her show, she like came up and like kissed him in her little dorky run.
And again, I will say this: Taylor Swift is a dork. That's bold. I know she got a
Taylor is a dork. Taylor Swift, the billionaire, different person.
Different person.
Taylor, 100% a dork.
Right. I'm glad you cleared it up for me because there's a big fan base that could come for us and take us out the game.
Taylor Swift, billionaire, respect the hell out of her.
But her dorkiness is rubbing off on
Taylor's
Travis. And all I'm saying,
in a bad way, though.
All I'm saying is if you look at Travis's past record, this is not his type. And he is a guy.
Maybe he's trying to see if it's different. If the grass
Oh,
is
it's
greener
different,
on the
all
other
right. I would not say it's greener, all right.
if
It's
the grass
different.
is greener on the other side.
It's different, all right, but it is not greener. It's whiter.
It's
whiter, that's for sure, but it's not greener.
I just don't know. I mean, maybe it's a little greener. Depending on which way you're looking at that. But I don't know if it's going to last.
Yeah.
Like, the Chiefs, like, this is not the time for him to be getting into a serious relationship when they're focused on a Super Bowl.
He's in Argentina right now.
On his bye week.
In the middle of the off season.
Yeah.
You know where Patrick and Brittany went? They went to Dallas, Texas in the off season. They stayed in the country.
Well, they also went to LA to go film a Skims ad.
I would highly recommend
they made
during your bye week staying in the same country. I would recommend that.
I would recommend staying put. Like, just relax. It's just for you to relax, not to...
Has he not hurt his ankle?
Travel
and
more.
Been banged up and everything?
And I get it, like, on paper, yes, I guess he's doing better.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think he's one of their best
players, best tight end of all time, arguably. And here's the thing, too, is like, it's very concerning, too, because, like, this could be a Chiefs dynasty and whatnot, and could make Patrick, go on this historic run and be like arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. And I would hate to see Taylor Swift come in to interrupt that.
Yeah. And I'm not saying not happy for them. I am. I wish it happened in the off season. That's when I wish that this all started.
Right.
And then just kind of continued during, but like it didn't.
And my only thing is like why I'm also worried about this too is like, you already know that the NFL loves the numbers that Taylor is doing for their company, their organization. Will be at a game
for a minute.
Exactly. She's on tour, international
tour until next summer.
Yeah.
The end of next summer. Not that she can't come back in the States, but like still it's harder when you travel internationally.
I'm just worried that
for sure worried.
Yeah.
About the Chiefs.
Travis, get your head in the game.
I mean, if they're happy for them, but not sure if the Chiefs are going to win a Super Bowl. Like Travis's head isn't in it.
I would like to see him not with her.
Yeah,
because it was a fun. It was a fun joke. It was a fun joke, but now that it's like bullied into the situation it is because of friends and everything.
And Travis, just be careful. Homie makes billions off of breakups. So
yeah, we already know. We know where this is going.
That's all I'm saying.
I saw one video that was like, "Oh, look, Taylor Swift taking her next album for a walk."
That's what I'm saying. Like, I see a next album coming for her, and maybe that's what she's thinking.
This is not his type.
She's like, this is fun.
This man was so dedicated to the culture and is now dating a vulture. So I'm just saying, am I wrong for saying that?
When you said that?
Am I wrong for saying that? Am I wrong?
I'm definitely concerned about the future of the Chiefs. With Travis's head not fully in it. Like,
had a
Patrick
different type.
Is different. He married his high school sweetheart. He got that over with. He said, "You're my girl. We're gonna mate. We're gonna make babies." And he didn't have to worry about that, so he could focus on football, which I get. And not saying that Travis can't be happy. I'm just saying, could you have done this in the off season when like you didn't have to really worry about football? Now
Argentina on the bye week.
That's not a short flight.
Argentina on the bye week. That is like if you look at the big map, that is not just like Mexico. That is like down by the equator.
That's all the way over there.
That's like a connecting flight +1.
Yeah. So
and you're out at a concert all night. So not ideal. Yeah. I don't think there's gyms down there.
I'm sure there are gyms, but
is your chef down there?
I'm sure the teams, the team's doctors and staff and all that he's
you know the questions you got to answer after you come back. They're like, have you been out not ideal.
He gets sick, something happened to him, he can't play, like
not ideal.
You've been paying millions of dollars to play.
So I mean,
we need you healthy. Stay
it'll
in the
be
States.
Interesting. Here's the thing. When it's all said and done, Chiefs will probably still be in that game to go to the Super Bowl.
I'm sure. But still, they haven't been looking 1,000%.
They're not like the most dominant team in the NFL.
They're just barely getting by on these wins.
Right.
And I know Patrick says a win is a win, but like you want to like win the win. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to just be getting by because the other team failed, so you won. That's not a win.
That's all I'm saying. So,
anyways, no Taylor Travis talk.
That's enough. Next one.
Yeah.
Next Flamin' Hot XXL soon to be sponsored take is LSU women's basketball.
They lost.
They got upset. Yeah, the famous Angel Reese.
Home opening game of the season.
Yeah.
They lost.
Took a loss to Colorado. Colorado women's basketball played LSU and upset them.
I mean,
by a bunch of points.
Look at the Chiefs. Same thing happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
The LSU women's, they got a new locker room.
Yeah.
They got some NIL deals.
Got the championship.
Got some commercials. Got a championship.
Yeah. The funniest thing.
People are out to get you already.
I saw the funniest thing ever. So LSU's women's head coach, what was her name? Kim Murky, whatever.
See your outfit again.
Someone said that she dresses like a cruise ship magician.
What?
I thought that was so creative. Yeah, funny. LSU got upset and it was funny. But it's okay. I'm a fan of LSU women's basketball. I love what they're doing down there, but it'll be an interesting year. And I love that like women's basketball, people are watching it more than the World Series.
Facts.
More than the World Series. It's actually entertaining. It's
that game was amazing.
College basketball, women's college basketball is more entertaining than pro basketball right now.
Yeah.
For sure. Because pro basketball, that's different. But,
I feel like you could just talk a lot of shit, you know.
Well, like there's like rivalries and stuff in college basketball, and you got like the Caitlin Clark. She's like drawing numbers and views and all that stuff.
I know the band at Iowa the other day did a little like
band going. College bands
thing for her. That was funny.
She's a beast.
But hey, she's killing it. And they had that weird game on the football field.
They did to break a record, most views.
Right, but it was like on the football field.
Which basketball outside, not ideal because the wind messing up your jumper.
Just taking the ball away, like it's not ideal.
Yeah, especially in Iowa.
Unless you're playing just like street ball, then that's like completely different. Not an actual basketball game. Yeah, not ideal.
Not fun.
But excited to see where LSU women's basketball take.
I hope they'll bounce back
this year. So glad they got their rings and their win
and new locker room chairs.
Locker room.
They got the pink fluffy chairs.
It looks nice.
Looks fun. Looks cozy.
One said I actually might come to film now, which is good. Yes, hilarious. You should watch film.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, excited to see where their season goes, and we'll keep track of that.
Cool.
All right, you got any more Xxtra Flamin Hot sponsored Cheeto takes?
I got last one.
Okay.
My XXL soon to be sponsored Cheetos takes at night. Last one is Colorado football. Yeah, they were down bad. They lost again. They've lost like 10 straight. But here's the thing.
It was like 34-31.
It was all the games they've been in. All the games that they've lost.
Won,
Which here's the thing. Colorado has sold out every home football game. Mm-hmm. It's okay. Yeah, we've lost a lot, but here's the thing. We won one game last year. Deion's got the school rocking. The culture's building. It's okay. We're still here for it.
Yeah.
I'm not that worried about them.
It was a rebuilding year.
It was a rebuilding year.
It's the first year with a brand new team, like all around.
New team.
Whole team's new.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're only going to get better from here.
Yeah, and it's been fun. Mm-hmm. It's been fun
again, which is good for the community, good for the school.
Good for the community, good for the school.
Good for the players to like actually have people wanting to come and see you.
Yeah, they're not going to be winning a national championship this year, but you can't say that Colorado football, people weren't talking about them this year. And that was not the case last year.
No.
So
we're still here for it. TV time last year.
We're still rocking and rolling with it. Deion's still doing his thing. Yeah. We're coming. Wouldn't want to play us next year.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Excited for them.
I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yes.
That was my last take. Yeah.
All right. Is it time to get into the game breakdown?
You ready to dive into NFL Week 10? Week 10. Isn't that crazy?
We're halfway there.
Yeah, we're halfway there.
Starting to see a lot of injuries. Also starting to see a lot of potential playoff matchups.
Yeah.
See who actually is going to make it this year, who might not.
I think we're seeing what the Super Bowl shape up is going to be.
Seeing what that might look like. Seeing all the conspiracy theories around the colors of what they're doing this year.
It's interesting.
It is.
Scary hours.
But we'll see. All right. First game. Bears, Panthers.
Ooh, yeah.
Yikes.
That was the Thursday night primetime Amazon game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Chicago Bears they won the game. They beat the Panthers.
Barely, but they won.
Barely. They
Chicago beat the worst team.
Chicago Bears beat the worst. Carolina Panthers are the worst team in the NFL.
I feel so bad for
Bryce Young.
But it's his rookie year. It's not supposed to be amazing.
Yeah.
Unlike his best friend, but that's fine.
Yeah. CJ Stroud having the opposite of what's going on.
But it's okay.
Yeah. The Bears are now 3-7. They have already won as many games as they did last year, and it's not looking like they're going to win any more.
Right. That was it. They had to win that.
They barely beat the 1-8 Carolina Panthers.
16-13.
Yeah, the score was 13-16.
Yeah.
So that is a horrible score.
Yeah.
Horrible score.
Takeaways from that game: Tyson's dad is an arm wrestling champion.
He's a big arm wrestler.
Like a 40-time arm wrestling champion.
He runs his own league. Yeah. I didn't know there was arm wrestling leagues.
There's leagues for literally everything.
I knew there was wrestling leagues, but not the arm.
For everything.
For the arm?
Literally. That's gotta hurt. I thought you had to put someone's arm through the table. They kind of just go and then that's it.
That's gotta hurt.
Well, yeah.
The whole. Don't know.
You need that little.
He seems fun though. I bet he's a fun dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to see what goes on in that house. But that's entertaining.
Probably not.
Probably do a lot of wrestling.
I'm sure they do. Tyson looks just like his dad too.
Yeah, he does.
So do we think that they're going to, the Bears anyways, do we think they're going to rock with Tyson even though Justin's supposed to come back this week? Or we bring back Justin and it just goes to shit again? So
a lot of things about this game. It was very painful to watch this game.
Always.
First of all, it was very painful. And here's the thing, too. The Bears barely beat the worst team.
Yeah.
They barely beat the worst team in the NFL.
Yes.
There is so much to talk about this game. Are they going to rock with Justin, or is Tyson the guy? But here's what I want to talk about first is Ebergoose. Yeah, Matt Ebergoose might be the weirdest dude in all of Chicago. There's a lot of weirdos up in Chicago. He might take the throne for weirdest dude in Chicago.
Creepy was it when he said, we got a lot of things up our sleeve, going into halftime, and then
we got a lot of tricks up our sleeve.
Afterwards at the press conference, they asked him, so did you do any of the things you had up your sleeve? And he said, I don't know, what's up your sleeve? That was weird.
What was that?
It was a valid question that somebody asked you, and then you came back with some weird response. And then he goes, "Oh, you got me there."
The most awkward thing I've ever that made me want to crawl up into a little ball. That was so awkward.
Yeah.
Matt Eberflus gets interviewed at halftime and says, "Oh yeah, we got some tricks up our sleeves," and nothing happens. You barely win 16-13, and then at the press conference you get asked where the tricks were. Valid question.
Valid.
And he gets mad and says, "Well, what's up your sleeve?"
He gets weird.
Who says that? Who says that?
So I don't know. If I was Justin,
Ebergoose,
maybe I would think about a trade.
Ebergoose is the weirdest dude. He's a weirdo. Weird. That is so dorky and weird to say. Cringeworthy, just super
He's
villain.
Not one of those coaches that I'm like, I would run through a wall for you.
He does not fit the city of Chicago at
no.
all.
Chicago's got some edge. It's got some soul.
You got to be tough. It's cold.
It's got some toughness to it. And he's got none of that.
And first of all, and here's the other thing too, is that wasn't the first weird press conference he's given. When earlier in the week, when they asked about Justin Fields and was like, Justin Fields playing?
He talked in circles.
He said 10 different things in that press conference. He says, I don't know. He's doubtful. 51%. He's not playing. I will have to see the medical staff, his accuracy.
And then again, one of the people asked him, I'm not understanding what you're saying.
Right.
Is he
valid
out?
Question.
Is he questionable? Because those are different things.
Yeah.
What's going on? He's just like,
Exactly.
I don't know.
And here's the thing. I'm to the point now where I'm saying if I'm Justin Fields, I want out of Chicago.
And I get he may want to stay, but because this is the city this is the city that drafted you, but
I don't think
not
Justin
working.
Fields.
This isn't the system for him.
If I'm Justin Fields, I do not want to be in Chicago right now. It is a bad city. It is a bad organization. It is a bad coach. It has a bad general manager. They have no clue what's going on. They've only won 3 games. It's an absolute dumpster fire.
2 years.
They're handing out $100 million contracts to people who haven't even played 1 game for the team. Sweat. It is a absolute dumpster fire of an organization, city, everything. I would not want to be there. It's cold. It is freezing cold. Here's the thing. Justin Fields, he's from Atlanta, Georgia area. That's different.
Oh.
That is different. It's warmer. He already said, too,
earlier. Down there that could be in some...
Oh, Atlanta Falcons.
Some help.
There, earlier in the summer, he was interviewed. He said, well, I think it'd be nice if there was a dome. You know where a dome football team is? Atlanta, Georgia, the Falcons. With the coach with the mustache. Here's the thing. If I'm Justin Fields, especially
if they rock with Tyson. Like, I'd be like, are you serious? You're benching me?
That's crazy if they rock with Tyson.
Like, all right, then I want out.
And here's the thing. There was so much media hype around Tyson too. The last game, the arm wrestling, D2. Yes, we get it. Oh my God. He went
D2,
to
he
D2,
went to
whatever.
Played some school called Slippery Rocks
University, whatever. West Virginia, take me home, whatever. Stupid. Here's the thing. I want to see Justin Fields' career. Like, I think he's a stud. I think he could be a potentially amazing athlete, and I want to see what he can actually do. And I think Chicago is really, really messing with his career. Get out of Chicago. It's
not just Justin.
Get out of Chicago.
We've seen this song and dance before.
Right. Chicago has had, 40 quarterbacks in the last 20 years?
I think it was on Pat's show the other day. They literally went through the whole list of the past, 40 years of... probably since the 86 Bears.
The Bears?
Who's been the quarterback.
The Bears do not deserve Justin Fields.
No.
They do not deserve Justin Fields.
And I hope he realizes that.
They're going to pick Ebergoose over Justin Fields?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Do you not see the talent that Justin Fields... Remember those games where he was putting up 200 rush yards in a game?
He needs a better system. And I would like to see him in a different system.
Yeah, I already got the system where I want him to see him. I want Justin Fields to be traded to the Atlanta Falcons. That's his hometown. He's from Atlanta, the Georgia. They need a quarterback. Send his ass there. Because here's the thing. Chicago does not deserve Justin Fields. Chicago ruins a lot of people's careers.
They do.
Especially at the quarterback position. Get his ass out of there. Save his career. And send him there to a team with a great running back, Bijan. Who he can? Did you remember the one catch? Oh, we saw the catch where he caught the ball.
Love his name too.
Send his ass there. Have him play for the Atlanta Falcons. Get him out of Chicago.
See what happens.
Get out of Chicago. Chicago is a mess right now.
Always has been.
Always has been. Always will.
Always will be.
Just has this gray aurora around it of just gloomy poopiness. Yeah. Get out of Chicago. They don't deserve you. But that game, they came out in the pumpkin uniforms. There was so much media about Tyson that I was kind of like, okay, it was fun. We're like, hey, he could be the guy, but not seriously.
I mean, it's not like he won all the 4 games that he has played in. He only won 2.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what.
They're exactly where they were at last year.
I'll tell you what. Are you ready for this? Here's my biggest nightmare. These Chicago Bears, they have top draft picks.
Always, because they suck.
Are you ready for this? I'm ready for this. Over the weekend, I saw a great game of college football between UNC and Duke football.
Don't say it.
And the quarterback for UNC, Drake May. He's good, not fantastic. He plays for UNC. I'm terrified that the Chicago Bears are going to trade Justin, which good for Justin, free him. I'm terrified that the Chicago Bears will draft Drake May with their number 1 overall pick, the quarterback from UNC, and he will be their guy. And Chicago has this weird obsession with UNC quarterbacks. When they drafted Mitch Trubisky, they keep drafting quarterbacks from basketball schools and thinking they're going to be a guy. And I think that they keep drafting these quarterbacks from this school because of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan went to UNC
but
and played basketball. But they're like, yeah, if we draft a quarterback from here, he's going to be Michael Jordan. I don't know what it is, the obsession with the Chicago Bears. I'm terrified. My nightmare is the Chicago Bears will draft Drake May from UNC, and he will be the guy in Chicago, and it's just going to be the 45th quarterback in the Chicago Bears. So
he can't.
That makes so much sense. Can't you? That is the most total Chicago Bears move of all time for them to go and do that.
He's not even like...
It's a basketball school. He's not good. Either. He is not good. I will say this. Drake May, not good.
He would be like probably like a Zach Wilson if he entered the league.
Oh, yeah. Or Daniel Jones.
Ooh.
That's who you're looking at.
Yikes.
But that's the most Chicago Bears move of all time. To do that. Chicago Bears will draft. You heard it here first, live on BA Radio. The Chicago Bears will draft Drake May from the University of North Carolina because they are obsessed with Michael Jordan. They will draft him. They will trade Justin Fields. They will rock with Drake May. Tyson will be the backup. And they will pick Drake May out of UNC with the first overall pick. Shock the world. He will be the quarterback. That makes so much sense.
Well, I hope not, because no one wants to see that.
No one wants to see it. But you're telling me Ebergoose, the evil supervillain, isn't scheming and planning that? That makes...
He's not very good at that. He doesn't really scheme and plan in the best way.
Well, he got something up his sleeve.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
Colts Patriots.
Mac Jones still stinks.
This was our Germany game.
Yeah, poor German fans seeing Mac Jones show up.
He was getting yelled at on the sidelines.
He got yelled at bad.
And then they put Zappy in just to throw a game-ending interception.
He's like Mac Jones' brother.
I was like, he's not any better. Bill is having a horrible time.
He's not any better at all.
The legacy of Brady is diminishing as we carry on.
Right.
So if anything, they need to draft a quarterback and get that shit figured out.
But I don't know where they are in the draft.
I don't know either.
So,
but they need to figure that out because they're having an awful time.
Yeah. Could be game.
All right. Texans-Bengals.
That game was fun.
I love both CJ and Joe.
Yep.
Glad CJ is having the year that he is having in his rookie season. MVP.
Yeah. CJ Stroud definitely needs to be in the MVP conversation. And what's crazy
talk about that
is I love when games get played and the outcome of the games is like both teams have the same record. Both teams are now 5-4.
Okay.
Texans are 5-4. Bengals are 5-4. I love when two teams play and they like after the game, no matter who wins or loses, like that's the same.
That's the same
record. That makes me so happy.
They were one of 5 teams to have a game-winning field goal this Sunday.
There was a lot of those.
5 of them.
A lot of those
to happen today.
Yeah,
more than I expected, especially with some of the games. Didn't expect it. Didn't expect it in this game, but definitely expected this game to be really good.
Yeah,
obviously love Joe. But happy that CJ got this win.
Yeah, here's the thing with Joe. I know we did a correlation of James Harden and the club most points.
Yeah.
I want to see a correlation of Joe and his pregame fits to his actual games because his pregame fit today.
I understand his pregame fit for this game. However, it's not his best. When he came in that last game in the orange and the Jordans with the the whole.
Yep.
The fit was on point.
He had a great game.
Look
good, feel good, play good.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't score at all in the second quarter, which is obviously what hurt them at the end of this game.
Right.
And Texas came in on top.
Yeah. CJ Stroud, he led another game-winning drive. He got to be in the MVP conversation. He's a beast.
He is having a great rookie season.
And
which
shout
is
out.
Really unheard of.
Really unheard of. And shout out to him, too, because I saw something that said CJ Stroud's dad is incarcerated.
Yeah.
Hasn't seen a game of his since 2016.
Yeah.
And to go through all that and still be balling the way he is.
I know.
Hats off to you, dude.
I'm not entirely sure what happened, but I know he's for the whole prison reform, and I know the Chrisleys. Chase actually posted something about CJ on his story about him talking about how they need to fix that because our justice system is really messed up.
It is very messed up.
I feel for him in that aspect. I hope that his dad can see him one day,
As speaking as someone who has hands-on experience of being in the juvenile detention, not as a incarcerated person, but as like a volunteer service mentor person, it is extremely messed up.
Yeah.
It is extremely flawed. It is extremely corrupt.
Absolutely.
And I'm always going to root for someone that has gone through something like that. So CJ Stroud, I'm really pulling for you.
Pulling for your dad, hoping he can
see you play.
And I'm not sure how it entirely works when you're in the prison system, but maybe he sees it on TV. I don't know.
Depending on who he's got connects with, he can get the game.
Maybe I'm hoping he can at least catch a game or a highlight of him, because I'm sure he would love to see that.
Exactly.
So
always gonna be room for CJ. He is fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'm
hoping they make a little playoff run, because that would be so fun. Him in his rookie season,
really fun.
So unheard of, but I think CJ's our guy.
If he doesn't get MVP, Rookie of the Year,
he's got to, for sure.
Rookie of the Year, for sure.
Absolutely.
That's what a great story is happening.
Yeah.
Down there in Houston.
Guy.
Yeah. Also, too, I think the playoffs, Bengals might be missing the playoffs this year.
They always sneak in there.
Yeah.
Honestly, when they went to the Super Bowl, that was shocking for me, at least.
That was such a weird year.
Right?
That was such a weird
how
year.
How did you guys get here?
Right? Like, what is going on?
Coming off a broken leg or ACL or whatever, and
that's what I'm saying. Like, what?
Came back and made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How fun.
That was crazy.
Good for him.
That's crazy.
All right.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. This literally made me chuckle. So, okay. So Tank Dell on the Texans.
Okay. Yes.
First of all, he's a beast. He's called Tank.
Okay.
Because his first name is Nathaniel.
Okay.
Nathaniel. He's called Tank because when he was a kid, he had a huge head.
Oh no!
Yeah, that made me laugh. I wanted to share that real quick before we moved on.
Yeah, he's a tank.
He said, "You see, look at that melon."
At least he capitalized off his nickname. Yeah. So now he's a tank in football. It worked out. That's what he was meant to do. So good for him.
That was fun.
All right, Packers Steelers.
Gross.
Yeah, somehow the Steelers are 6-3. And the math isn't mathing there, but
that division is very interesting.
Tend to make it to the playoffs, at least the first round, and fail like all the time.
Yeah.
Like that's how Ben ended his career.
Steelers, you know what? This is funny because I wrote down the Steelers literally have to have the record for like the lowest amount of total points scored in every single game they played, because every single game that the Steelers play in is like 20-14.
Yeah,
like
they just barely get those wins too.
I know. It is the worst football to watch of all time. Yeah. And that jersey matchup we had between the Packers and the Steelers, that was actually looked like vomit on the TV.
I had to turn it off. I had to turn it off and turn a different game on.
And here's the thing. With the Packers, I don't know if who stinks on the Packers. Is it the coach? Is it Jordan Love?
They are Packers are bad. The same record as the Bears.
Packers are very bad.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Packers are very bad.
They can't even talk shit this year because you guys are in the same boat.
The only thing the Packers have going for them right now is they beat the Bears.
Yeah.
And
that's their last game.
If you ask the Packers, that's a huge win for the season.
Right.
But other than that, not good.
No.
It is not good.
Not good on that.
Steelers still playing footballs like it's the 1600s.
Maybe that's the problem. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Titans, Bucks. Bucks come out on top, 20-6. Looked like the Titans were going to go on a little run.
Yep.
Nothing happened. Good job, Baker. Yeah. Mike Evans had a great game.
I wrote, Will needs the mayo up. He didn't have any mayo.
He didn't have any mayo today.
No mayo in the arm.
Mayo boy.
Mayo boy
all
down
right.
bad.
All right. A sad game. Let's talk about Browns, Ravens.
This game made me so mad.
Yeah, it was going so good for the Ravens. They started a game with the pick six. Literally was dominate. They're the only team right now that's like 100% dominant, and they're having fun.
Just so
OBJ
dumb.
got another touchdown in this game. Deshaun got hurt a little bit, so still not sure why they're paying him all this guaranteed money when he hasn't been very consistent.
This was the dumbest game ever.
And again, another game to end on a game-winning field goal by the Browns.
Dumb. To Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
I was not happy with this game. I was really like seeing the start of this game. I was like, oh, Ravens are going to win comfortably.
Got it.
No problem. And then out of nowhere, Lamar just started making horrible mistakes.
Yeah. Some interceptions.
Really,
there.
I was like literally saying Lamar MVP, all this stuff. And then I can't say that after this game.
I still think he could be in the running for that. Just this wasn't the best end to this game.
And I was like, I even started getting real creative and I was like, oh, what if John Harbaugh, the coach of the Ravens, what if they go to the Super Bowl?
Oh my
Lamar in Vegas, this beautiful scene, they win. And then Jim Harbaugh over at Michigan, they win.
The year of the Harbaugh brothers.
The year of the Harbaugh brothers. Netflix just hops on that documentary so fast.
But it's so fast. They go, we need that right now.
This would be so perfect. And then I see performances like this today, and I'm like,
it wasn't one of their worst.
No,
I just expected a little bit more. They were like all systems were a go. It has been for the last couple of games.
Yeah.
And it just didn't end in their favor.
It was just a little disappointing.
Which is sad. That's all. But their next game, they play against the Bengals, who also lost today. So that should be fun.
Thank goodness we get a great Thursday night game.
Hallelujah.
Finally, it's about time.
Because that Raiders-Jets game tonight.
I literally took a nap.
I was falling asleep.
I literally took a great nap during it. That was a great nap, by the way.
So glad we finally got... a good game. But
that'll be a fun game. We did get to see Odell Beckham Jr. He got another touchdown back-to-back weeks of getting touchdowns.
He was wide open.
Did the little Odell Beckham Jr. touchdown celebration. Nothing makes me happier than seeing Odell Beckham crank out a touchdown celebration. I'd love to see him get another ring.
Yeah. Glad he got one.
I'd love to see that.
He broke his leg. But, glad he got us
Ravens one. Should have easily won this game.
Should have.
Are the Browns a good football team?
No.
Okay, good, because that's what I was thinking.
No.
I don't want them to be. I
think
don't need
have good pieces like Amari Cooper.
They're a weird team.
Who's that one other guy?
Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett is a beast on defense. Deshaun Massage Watson. Yikes.
You don't want that nickname.
Very controversial.
Still not convinced why they gave him so much money.
They gave him guaranteed
but
millions.
We'll see.
$200 million
maybe next year
guaranteed.
I'll understand why they gave him so much money.
I mean, he's good.
Yeah, but he gets hurt a lot, so he's out a lot.
He's torn both the ACLs in the right leg and the left leg.
I don't know.
That's a lot of damage done.
Anyways.
So it's enough about that game.
Browns take away that game 33-31.
Yeah.
Ravens will bounce back in their Thursday night game against the Bengals.
Yep.
Sorry, Joe. You'll probably lose that game because it's in Baltimore.
Yeah, and the Ravens are gotta bounce back.
Yeah.
So.
All right, 49ers, Jags. 49ers came out of this bye.
I don't even want to talk about it.
And had to win this game in Jacksonville. I feel bad for Trevor, though, because they didn't score anything. And what I hated about that game was the end. So they're up 34 points. All their starters are out of the game, including Brock. But Christian McCaffrey was set on keeping his touchdown record, so they kept him in and just ran the ball.
Yep.
And he didn't get his touchdown.
They really wanted him to get the 18th consecutive touchdown.
I was like, lame. Or you could just sit out, because the more you do this, you're probably going to get hurt. And we can't afford for you to get hurt because this is the end of the season now. Yeah,
49ers win. Another game that the turnout is they're both 6-3, which that makes me happy. Fun time. Yeah, but the 49ers, what they have written all over their organization is go to the Super Bowl and lose. This is the perfect team. The 49ers are the perfect team to go to the Super Bowl and lose in the Super Bowl.
If they keep playing like they do, they're not going to have any weapons. And Brock needs his weapons in order to win, because he can't win without them.
That's what I literally wrote. Is Brock is fantastic with weapons. So would I. I could be quarterback. I could be quarterback for the 49ers. Debo, here you go.
If you think about Jimmy or Trey Lance.
Yeah.
They were fine with the weapons. You took them out of the system. Trey doesn't even play anymore. And Jimmy got benched.
So, see ya.
So, and Brock lost 3 games without his weapons. So
they broke their 3-game losing streak.
They did.
So I thought that was interesting.
But 49ers come away with huge win, 34-3.
They were due for it. And also, too, Trevor kind of stinks at home. He's not very good. He usually wins all his road games. Weird team. So that was a weird game.
Sometimes it's, the other way around, but
whatever.
Anyways, all right. Saints-Vikings.
Saints-Vikings.
Vikings come away with a big win.
Can I get a Vikings jersey? I love the Vikings.
I need a Dodds jersey.
I love Joshua Dobbs.
I would purchase one.
The Pastronaut?
Well, one, how cool is it that he does football on his side job?
Yeah, he's like, when he's not getting ready to go to space, he's like, I'll toss the football. That's crazy.
I bet football is so simple to him because his mind does more calculated things.
He's definitely like these Neanderthals. He's like, this is such a simple game.
But he knows his teammates now.
Yeah.
He did need help finding the locker room.
He found the locker room. That was huge.
With the help of security, which is okay. It's his second game.
That was so funny.
But on the other side of that, the Saints, Derek Carr gets hurt. Jameis Winston comes in and scores not 1 but 2 touchdowns with 2 2-point conversions.
Famous Jameis came in the game.
He threw a dagger.
Was stealing. I love Jameis Winston.
He was so fun.
He is America's quarterback.
He was so fun to watch.
Oh my God, famous! I got to get his jersey. Famous Jameis.
He was really fun to watch. Obviously, does what you want your backup quarterback to do, which is come in, score some points. Yes, they didn't win, but still, he threw some daggers. So, hats off to him.
Yeah,
it was a good time to watch.
Derek Carr got jacked up in this game.
Yeah,
he got jacked up.
He got carted off too. So
see ya.
We'll have to follow up with that injury.
Let's stay tuned
to see if
Vikings have won 4 straight.
Kurt's probably sitting at home.
Good for Kurt.
Clapping. He said, "Oh, thank God, I can heal."
Let's go.
And I think Dobbs is going to go on a little run here.
That was such a good pickup for them.
Yeah,
that was
huge.
Such a good pickup.
He wasn't even
He's
getting
so smart.
recognized in Arizona.
And they got his jersey. Vikings got his jersey.
They made
Arizona did not have his jersey.
It's there. I would buy one.
I want one so bad.
Yeah.
I want so bad.
Good for him.
Here
Hope
for
he can get those to his family, and intrigued to see what he does with NASA.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm really intrigued about.
He's got to be has there been any other quarterback that's like,
no, because everybody's like football. And he's like, football's my side job. Okay. My real job is
just
NASA.
Like recreational fun.
He said, I just do this because I need some physical activity.
Yeah.
And he even got a rushing touchdown today.
Yep.
Got one last week.
Yeah. Dude's brilliant.
Doing great.
He's fun to watch.
So
I really like him.
Good for them. Hope they continue their winning streak here.
Yeah.
And excited to see how they finish off the season.
It's a fun team.
All right. Falcons, Cardinals. Welcome back, Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Kyler Murray is back in the NFL. Welcome back, Kyler. Welcome back.
Of your broken ACL.
Oh. My bad, Kyler. Wanted to hit you with the applause.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Kyler Murray.
Our third game to end in a game-winning field goal in favor of the Cardinals. So
he looked good.
He broke their losing streak, which was great.
I could not imagine tearing my ACL.
He had a lot of runs too.
Yeah,
which I would have been like, but I mean, that's what he's training for, right?
I guess so.
His little comeback.
He looks like Chicken Little.
He's so little.
He's 5'10". He's tiny.
So he just.
If Bryce Young from the Carolina Panthers and Kyler Murray wrestled, who would you pick?
Probably Kyler.
You think so? He's more feisty.
He's
quicker.
He's got more muscle on him, and I think Bryce would be a little scared.
He's like, yeah.
He'd be like,
that's what I think too. Yeah, that's a good matchup. I'd pick him too for sure. He's always on his toes more. Versus Bryce would be like, I don't care. Yeah.
I remember when Kyler was telling the coach, "You need to calm the fuck down." He said, "You need to calm down, all right?"
He said, "Shut up! I'm trying to play football, dude."
I said, "Oh my gosh, you can't say that to your head coach, but I guess you can."
You're in my ears right now. I can't fucking.
He's like,
talk.
"Can you stop talking to me? I know the play."
That shit was so funny.
I thought that was really funny.
That was amazing. That was so funny.
But good to see him back. Hoping he stays healthy.
Yeah.
Still got half the season left, so he's got plenty of time to redeem himself. Fortunately, he can't get back those 8 losses. So
led a game-winning drive, so that's okay.
But yeah, they got a win today, which was huge. I'm sure that's what he wanted.
Falcons are just waiting for Justin Fields to come on down.
Maybe. So, Falcons, Cardinals 25-23.
Boom, that's it.
Cardinals. All right, Lions, Chargers.
Dan Campbell, Lions.
The game we didn't think was going to go back and forth the whole time.
Since when have the Lions been a team that put up constantly 40 points?
They're at the top of their division.
They're
behind the Bears, the Packers, and what's that other team? Oh, Minnesota. Right?
Yeah. The Dodds.
They're up there. And our 4th game with the game-winning field goal at the end. David Montgomery had a huge 75-yard touchdown run.
A beast.
Pass. And that was fun.
Yeah.
I didn't think that it was going to go like that, but it did.
Did not have that on my radar of like, oh, this is going to be a back and forth high scoring game.
I was like, the Lions got this.
Yeah. And so,
I mean, they did in the end, but
Justin Herbert has to have the record for like most losses in close games.
Yeah, they're like who was it last year? Who would like just make it there, but then they would always lose.
Was it the Ravens?
Was it them? I think it was the Ravens.
They got very unlucky.
Yes, it's just a very unlucky year.
Yeah, Herbert is very unlucky.
And that was unfortunate.
He's another smart dude, biology major, was tutoring people from Oregon.
Yeah, but he doesn't work for NASA.
Not NASA.
He doesn't send the spaceships
That's different.
up there. That's
biology versus
different.
aliens is a big
versus
difference.
Aerospace dynamics, mechanics, whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't compare. But I mean, hey, good for him. Maybe he has something to fall back on.
That's right.
The Lions come out on top, 41-38.
Yep. Lions are a problem. 7-2
Good for
Lions.
Them.
Very good Lions.
Excited to see their playoff run.
Yeah, me too.
I hope they get far.
I'm looking forward to that 49ers-Lions matchup in the playoffs. That'll be fun.
Do we know where that is yet?
I hope it's in Detroit.
I know.
I hope it's in Detroit, and I hope the Lions win.
I think the 49ers will be scared.
That's what
Lions
I'm saying.
are coming, all right?
Yeah, we can see Eminem maybe, perform at halftime. That'd be what's up.
We might have to go to that.
Yeah, I'd sign me up.
I would cry if I saw Eminem.
I would.
Marshall!
The one and only.
He'd be a fun time.
Yeah.
All right, Giants, Cowboys.
Oh my gosh.
Cowboys with the big...
We haven't talked about this game yet.
The big comeback win against a really bad team.
Cowboys, hey, there is not a better team in the NFL who is better at playing bad teams and blowing them out than the Cowboys.
Especially coming off a big loss to like the Eagles or like
Cowboys
a good team.
Are so good at beating bad teams.
They are great at it, which I guess is... This is how you want to play bad teams. You want to just blow them out. Literally 49-17.
They won their 12th straight at home AT&T Stadium, Jerry Jones Dome.
I got to get there.
It's a stadium.
The Giants
they
QB
suck.
though, Danny DeVito or whatever.
Yep,
Jersey boy. Not an NFL quarterback.
No,
I feel like every time he just on silent, he's just sitting there like he didn't know where he was, like just. Like out of it.
He was like if a fan got picked to play.
He's like, what am I doing?
Like if the NFL went at halftime and it's like, hey, you're playing the second half.
You're gonna play the quarterback. And you're like, what?
That's him. And he's like, okay,
just
I
the
guess.
Whole time
he sucks. He's not very good. The Giants are not very good in general. They need a quarterback very bad. Their coach has no clue what's going on whatsoever.
If not Saquon, he's gonna leave.
I would like to see Saquon Barkley off the Giants.
By that team and their offense. He has so many skills and abilities that are not getting showcased.
Yeah.
So if anybody has him as bets on him or fantasy leagues, he's not getting anything because his team sucks.
The Cowboys are very good at home. Dak had 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. Dak's 10th career game having 400 yards. He leads a franchise record.
Yeah.
He's has the most 400 yards out of all the Dallas Cowboys. CD, they finally have found a connection. CD and Dak,
which I'm glad because I feel like CD has some talent.
Yeah, they have he's
finally getting showcased now.
Connected a little bit, so that's fun to see. That one-handed catch that CD had, he was just like
that was fun.
Sucked right into his hand.
That was really fun.
That was cool to see because I've been waiting to see CD Lamb do all the things we think he could do.
And Gallup too. He had a big game.
Gallup had a big game.
I haven't heard his name much. Heard it a lot today.
That
had
was
a touchdown.
Fun.
41-yard pass from Dak. That was nice.
Can we say Dak Prescott should be in the MVP conversation?
I need to see him against some better teams.
That's very, very
against
valid.
Against a bad team, this is expected.
Yeah.
Against someone like the Eagles, I need to see something like this.
They almost won that game, though.
Almost. But they didn't.
But here's what I'm also saying, too. I don't think the Cowboys win the Super Bowl this year. I'm retracting my statement on this is the year. I do think next year is the year for the Dallas Cowboys. Listen to this. Next year's Super Bowl is in New Orleans. It's in NOLA.
Okay.
Dak Prescott is from New Orleans. Rural Louisiana. Rural trailer park. He grew up in a trailer park. Dak Prescott grew up in a trailer park. You're telling me Dak Prescott goes to the Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys in New Orleans? That's a hometown Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And they get the Super Bowl.
They would hype that shit up
Dak Prescott. Here's the thing.
The marketing behind that. Oh.
Do I think Dak Prescott is the greatest quarterback of all time? No. Do I want Dak Prescott to get one Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys more than anything? Yes. I really, really do.
I think I really do. One.
I really want Dak to get one Super Bowl.
And if he went to NOLA, more on the team.
If he went to NOLA in the Mercedes, whatever, the Doug Dimmadome Super Bowl, whatever, their hometown Super Bowl, he gets that one. That is Jerry Jones can die after that. That's a great
Honestly, that's Super what he's Bowl. Waiting for. His soul is waiting for that to happen.
One more to happen, and then
he's just going to go.
See ya. That's the best story.
Move on now.
Oh, man. That's a Netflix documentary right there. Dak Prescott from the trailer parks to the Super Bowl in New Orleans. Sure. Sign me up for that.
For sure.
I really want that to happen. Really want that to happen.
It might.
Yeah. For Dak.
Huge win for the Cowboys. 49-17. Giants need to do better. Maybe get a better coach.
They suck.
All right. Commanders, Seahawks.
Yeah.
Our fifth and final game-winning field goal.
A lot of those. There was a lot of those.
I expected more from the Seahawks.
Yeah, I did.
I know they came out on top on this game, but I didn't expect this to be so close. But I feel like that's what the Commanders do.
That's what I'm saying.
Against the Eagles, they give them a bit of a run.
Yeah.
And they make them work for that win.
Right.
But Seahawks came out on top, 29-26.
Seahawks are 5-3.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
They're a fun, frisky team. Not going to win a Super Bowl, but like.
No, but they've been good.
They're fun.
Yeah. Maybe make a bit of a first round playoff run. But
first round.
Not sure if they would. Compared to some other teams.
Pete will be there cheering them on. So
compared to some other teams, not sure how far they
Geno Smith, he had a game-winning drive. That was fun for him.
Yeah.
370 yards, 2 touchdowns for Geno. That's about it. But yeah.
He's been good for them.
He's been real good.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe next year?
Maybe next year. They can
get a bit further.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, let's talk about the toilet bowl game.
Why did they have to put this game on?
Because it was supposed to be
the night game. Why did this have to be the night game? Nobody wanted to see this shit.
Jimmy, and then instead it was Zach against whoever the Raiders QB is right now.
Even if Aaron is the quarterback, I still don't want to see this shit. That's what I'm saying.
It was like the Jets scored 4 field goals, which should have been, 28 points?
I almost took another nap during this game.
I was literally sitting here falling asleep when you went to go get my drink.
Had as many naps as there was field goals.
Like, oh my God. There was only 1 touchdown in this game.
I can't believe this was the night game.
God. But the Jets did finally score on their opening drive, first time this season tonight.
Yeah.
Which, yikes. Zach Wilson almost got a rushing touchdown, but Bigfoot stepped out of bounds.
He did the Dak Prescott out of bounds this close.
And ended up with the field goal. What I do want to say is, so I saw a picture or a video of Max Crosby without a shirt on.
Yeah.
And he's obviously tatted all in the front of him.
Very good ones.
In his neck. But his whole back is empty. And it looks odd because I feel like most people will do their back first.
It's very like pale in the back.
Yeah, and he's pale.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so when are we finishing the back? Or we like want like maybe like one big back piece, like, you know, how Dak knocked himself out for 11 hours and did it.
I need to see an ancestry DNA test to make sure that me and Max Crosby are not related. Because I think me and Max Crosby might be brothers. Honestly, and then maybe in another life.
Maybe.
But his tattoos, he's got arguably the best tattoos in the league.
They are great.
On the front.
On the front. I'm just like, was looking for the back, and when he turned around, I was like, oh my God. But when they did the cigar smoking celebration in the locker room, and he turned around, and you saw his back, it's just a drastic difference when you see all the tats on the front. You would just think like somebody
and then he flips around and there's none on the back.
The front would just automatically have the back, but maybe he's saving his back piece for like something big or like something unique, and that's why he hasn't gotten it done.
You got to do that in the off season too.
But I was just surprised when he turned around. I said, "Wait, there's nothing back there."
Yeah,
it really throws off the aesthetic of his tattoos.
He's a great player to be for the Raiders,
but he's great. He's crazy in a good way. He will always, you know. Be there to tackle somebody if you need him.
He's everywhere the whole game.
Yeah. So he's definitely the whole time. I'm like, Max, just get him. Come on. Get him.
The whole game.
Yeah, the whole game. But excited to finally see maybe him get his back tattoo.
That'd be fun.
And then again, I'm not really sure what Aaron has to come back to for the Jets.
Did you see Aaron Rodgers said that he wants to come back mid-October. I don't know why Aaron Rodgers is refusing to accept the fact that he tore his Achilles.
It's November.
Aaron Rodgers is acting like he did not tear his Achilles.
And
he's like, I didn't do it.
As he sees the season continuing, obviously they're not going to make a playoff. I wonder if he regrets doing the surgery the way he did. If you think he would have wished he did it like Kurt, which if you know anything about an Achilles repair, the way Aaron did it is he put bolts and screws in his foot. The way Kurt did it was he basically let the thing heal
he sutured
itself,
it back up.
right, and let it heal itself back together, which is what our body should do, as opposed to putting bolts and screws in it. So I feel like for him, if and when they don't make the playoffs, I would regret doing the surgery the way I did it.
Right. And what's crazy is so Kirk Cousins did the PARS Achilles surgery. Was basically what they do is they suture it, they sew it up really nicely. You have to be in a cast, let it heal. Aaron Rodgers did the speed bridge surgery, which basically they put 2 bolts in your heel and it's like an anchor almost. And Aaron Rodgers is already running, and I don't care who's your surgeon, who you are, whatever. The human body needs time. After a drastic injury like that, needs time to heal.
As much time as you can get.
As much time as possible. Like Kevin Durant, the NBA basketball player, when he tore his Achilles, was out for almost 2 years.
Think of Clay. He did Achilles and ACL back to back. He was sat out for a while.
You can't, no matter what,
2 years.
You can't just ignore the fact that
We're
massive.
Human.
Yes, we are human. We are human. And that's what Aaron Rodgers is like, pretending to just be like nothing happened.
I'm going to be back. No.
Aaron, and I don't know what he's coming back for, because the Jets are not a great
They're not going to make it far enough for him to come back to anything.
So
they can't even score a touchdown in a game. What are you talking about?
I don't know what he's trying to do. Did you see Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers linked up, had a little smoke session?
Did they?
That's what they posted the picture in the car. They linked up before the game, and everyone their eyes were all looked like they had been participating in some Las Vegas activities.
The first play, I think, for the Raiders, huge pass to Devontae. I feel like afterwards Aaron was just like, "That's my boy."
Stop.
Sitting there like, yes. Get it, Devontae.
Stop.
He's like, all right, it's okay. We're going to be playing again together one day.
I can't.
No, I can't.
The Raiders need a quarterback. Bad.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Yeah. Because I even still feel bad for Devontae. I feel like he's still not getting the attention.
I feel like
the passes that he should be getting for his talent.
I feel like Devontae Adams likes Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But the Raiders, not so much, because that Las Vegas is fun, but the Raiders, not so much.
And it's hard because when you go to Vegas, you want to see a show, and like the Raiders don't give you that.
No, not really.
Quite yet.
No.
Maybe one
day. But the coach for the Raiders, he fits the team. He's very fun. Better,
for sure.
He said he listened to NWA. He said I was born to be a Raider.
Yes.
Okay.
When they were in Oakland, yes.
I like that because the Chicago Bears got Ebergoose. And he
doesn't have Chicago written all over
up
him.
His sleeve. So
yeah, bullshit.
Yeah, yikes.
Yes, but Raiders come out on top, 16-12. One touchdown that entire game.
It was a very boring game.
Literally just falling asleep.
I did. I was out.
So
like a light.
Don't really think either of these teams are going to get much further than normal season.
Nope. Raiders need a quarterback too.
So yeah.
That's it.
Good for the Raiders.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you ready?
Is it time to wind down?
I think it's time to wind it down.
Wind down with BA.
What's Wind Down? Episode 13 on BA Radio with your host, Baron Ariel. Not the
not the crickets.
Not the crickets. On this episode of BA Radio, episode 13. Can you believe it's already 13 already?
I know.
Featured on Wine It Down with your host, Baron Ariel. We are powered by a very beautiful, I said berry. Kind of berry.
Well, kind of, yeah. It's got berries in it.
Yeah, right. A very beautiful bottle of wine that is from Costco.
It is from Costco. It's an Italian wine from Costco.
It's an Italian wine from Costco. I'm sorry to our fans. I don't know the name of this. Just know that if you go to Costco, it has the 98 on it and an Italian flag on the bottle. It's a full body wine. It's very delicious.
Yeah, it's really good with like meats and cheeses and stuff.
Yeah, it's very cost friendly
to drink.
Yeah, it's very delicious, and it's powering our Wind It Down segment here on BA Radio. It's a very good time. So with that being said, what are you looking forward to Wind It Down with?
Lots of things. Honestly, I'm looking forward to starting a new chapter in our lives.
Really?
Yeah. What does that entail?
Means. What does that entail?
Just a few things.
A lot of things.
I'm also excited to, now that the year is kind of like winding down, just like focusing on, more of that overall health and wellness going into next year. And honestly, just getting into the Christmas spirit, just listening to some music, watching some movies, just spending time with family, and stuff like that. Just getting into the holiday spirit.
What do they call it? The holiday cheer.
And doing some holiday things, maybe.
There's nothing better than this time of the year.
It's just a whole mood.
It's so fun.
And I love it.
I can't
wait
to
spend
happy.
a Christmas in New York.
Ooh,
that's a goal.
That is on the schedule.
It is.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
That'll be very fun.
What are you looking forward to?
What I'm looking forward to is a couple things. One, Kevin Hart is coming out with a movie on Netflix.
Yes, it's like an action movie.
Yeah. I can't wait for a movie night. It's not coming out
till I think January, but maybe they can make it sooner so we can watch it. That'd be really fun.
I would love it.
Fun.
Nothing better than a Kevin Hart movie.
Yeah. And it's an action movie, which I feel like he doesn't always do action. It's usually comedy.
Good for Kevin Hart.
I'm excited to see it. I'm sure there's going to be some comedy in it, though.
Right. Always.
Always.
So I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I am also excited for the future and exploring new adventures. I think that there are going to be some big changes coming.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to explore those adventures with you.
Yeah,
and
see where life takes us.
A lot of big things could be coming. Could be, just new location, new coast, new whole lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm excited to keep our audience updated on where we're at.
Yeah.
In life and location and stuff. We'll see. I don't want to spill the beans too much, but a lot of big things are happening.
Yeah, just very hopeful for what's to come.
Yeah.
That's all.
And another thing, this isn't really looking forward to. I just stumbled upon this right before we came across the episode. I was listening to some Ludacris.
Okay.
Ludacris is one of my favorite musical artists. and actor, producers, entrepreneur, businessman.
Yes.
He's got his hands in everything.
Yes.
And I found out that he was born in Champaign, Illinois.
That's crazy.
That is absolutely absurd. And he moved to Atlanta when he was 12. That move to Atlanta when he was 12 probably changed his whole life.
Think of who he would have been if he would have been Chris Bridges if he stayed in Champaign.
Yep.
Atlanta's different. He was like, I can do things here.
He said, wait, I can be myself.
Be somebody here.
I can do music and people won't judge me here.
A huge thing that probably shaped him.
That's crazy.
He wouldn't have been who he was if that move didn't happen.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
That really was like, interesting. That really got me.
That's intrigued.
Yeah.
That's intriguing.
Yeah. And sure. I got one more thing too I want to say real quick before we sign off here too.
Tell me.
On our Wine It Down segment, something that I am looking forward to is, and this just goes out to anyone who's ever listening to our amazing audience, is how to deal with haters. So honestly, I've been dealing with haters my entire life. And honestly, like what I would always say is how to deal with haters is you have to know who you are. Because when you know who you are, it doesn't matter what people think. And always listen to your own intuition, because you can't get distracted by what others think. You have to like what you like. You have to do what you want to do, and you have to say what you want to say, because we literally only have one life. So you have to make it count. And at the end of the day, it's your own life. And no matter what you say or what you do or what you like, people will always have opinions. And also for me personally, I would rather be real and rejected than being fake and accepted, because it is literally impossible to get everyone to like you. And remember, they hated Jesus too.
Facts.
So also, whenever something like irks you or bugs you, or something does something or somebody says something that just makes you feel some type of way, just always remember to consider the source that it came from. And don't be worried about people that are getting their facts from those that are not factors. Because it is okay to be misunderstood, because literally not everyone is going to understand your vision. It's your vision for a reason, and you have to protect it. And how you protect it is simply by being yourself and remembering who you are. Because when you remember who you are, you remembered why you were put on this earth and what you were meant to do. And by doing that, you will make your vision come true. And that's the whole purpose of life. That's how you deal with haters.
I love that. Just be you.
That's what I'm looking forward to on Being Radio.
The world needs you to be who you were meant to be.
The world needs who you were made to be on BA Radio.
I like that.
With your host, Barrett and Ariel.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you for listening to another amazing episode, 13, In the Bag, with your hosts, Barrett and Ariel. Ha ha ha.